Brother Umberto and I formed the bright vigil.
Welcome gamers to another review. Today's review is on New World Aeternum, a reimagined take on Amazon Games' 2021 MMORPG that has now expanded onto consoles. But is it a game you've been waiting for? Well, let's find out. The first thing that will hit you when you start New World Aeternum is its unique setting. You watch ashore on the supernatural island of Aeternum, a land cursed with immortality and overflowing with secrets. Drawing inspiration from the era of the Age of Exploration, the island is a strange mix of history and high fantasy. Think pirates, magic, ancient ruins, and powerful artifacts all wrapped in a beautifully dark, forbidden atmosphere. The story itself serves as a backdrop more than a narrative. You are one of many adventurers who have arrived on this strange island, and like everyone else, you're on a mission to survive, uncover the island's mysteries, and battle forces that seek to control its dark magic. The plot follows the traditional choose one narrative, as every player is essentially the chosen one, which can detract from the immersion when hundreds of similar dressed characters are all completing the same objectives. While this is a common issue in MMOs, New World does a good job of pulling you in through its environmental storytelling and the colorful cast of NPCs. One notable feature is the presence of corruption, a sinister force that speaks directly to the player, attempting to sway them as they journey deeper into the island. And this adds a psychological layer to the game that's rarely seen in MMOs. However, while the New World is rich in lore, much of it is hidden in scattered notes and books that many players may overlook, turning what could have been an immersive storytelling experience into a secondary passive activity. Now let's talk about its gameplay. Like any MMORPG, New World Aeternum comes with its fair share of grinding, but what sets this game apart is the accessibility and flexibility it offers. When you start, you choose a basic class, which gives you a slight edge in certain skills. You're not locked into any playstyle, and the class system is built around weapons and not rigid roles, meaning that you can shift from a healer to a damage dealer to a tank, almost at will by simply changing your gear and specs. And this variation is one of the most exciting aspects of the game. You can pick up two weapons, whether it's a greatsword or a magical staff, and as you use them, they'll level up independently, which means that even if you spend hours using a fire staff, you can easily swap to a warhammer or an ice gauntlet and start building an entire new skill set. And the ability to respec your stats freely further reinforces this feeling of freedom and allows you to experiment with different builds and playstyles without heavy penalties. Also, there's a certain fluidity that keeps you engaged. Combat isn't the point and click, stand at will and wait for cooldown style you may remember from older MMOs. Here, it's active and requires a degree of precision. Dodging, blocking, and timing your attacks are all part of the strategy. And the game manages to balance the action-fused combat well with the traditional MMO needed for progression. And it feels satisfying where you're tackling monsters solo or even engaging in group PvE activities. Expeditions are the core component of the gameplay. These are essentially the game's dungeons designed for teams to battle through powerful enemies and bosses. And for solo players, there's plenty to do, from gathering resources to leveling up trade skills like mining and blacksmithing. However, the gathering and crafting can feel a bit of a slog. And while the island is gorgeous, running back and forth to chop down trees or mine ore doesn't offer the same level of excitement as the combat or story missions. But thankfully, the game does provide some fast travel points and movement buffs while running along roads, which helps to cut down some of the downtime between quests. And if you like some competition, the game has you covered with the 3v3 gladiator style PvP battles. And the sense of community is enhanced by the player-made factions, group activities like playing music instruments for buffs, and the sheer ease in which players can team up for quests and expeditions. And the world of Aeternum is a stunning place to explore. The game's aesthetic is rich with vibrant forests, misty mountains, and the eerie ruins, giving you plenty of visual variety. And this game offers a rich auditory experience that complements its vibrant visuals. Its sound design plays a pivotal role in immersing you with its lush environment. From the moment you wash ashore, the ambient sound of crashing waves and rustling leaves transport you into the mysterious island. And the voice acting in the game adds another layer of depth to the narrative, as the characters are brought to life with well-executed performances, enhancing the quest and making interactions feel more personal. But is this a game worth your time? Absolutely. For the fans of MMORPG, it offers a fresh take on the character progression with its flexible weapon-based class system and active combat, and the world is beautifully crafted with enough hidden lore and environmental storytelling to keep you curious. And although the plot isn't groundbreaking, its multiplayer shines through cooperative mechanics that foster a sense of community without the cutthroat competition found in other MMOs. For me, this game is an 8 out of 10, and it's a game I can recommend to you, especially if you're an MMORPG fan. If you've played it, did you like it? Would you recommend it? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching till the end. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Have a great day.
Brother Umberto and I formed the bright vigil to fight the darkness.